Hey guys, how's it going? It's Lee from the future, spoiling the fact that things seem to be working now. But we'll go back in time and get into that here in a second. Before I got into this, I just wanted to mention, because I always forget, that I've got a stupid Discord server. It's insane, and everybody's out of control, and it's super toxic and crazy, and like the Wild West. But you my friend, you my friend. If you join this Discord server and bring your actual, like, sanity, and don't act like a spaz like the rest of us, including myself, maybe you can help civilize us. You should do that, and we can talk about old computers amongst the rest of the chaos. That would be sweet. There's a link to it down in the thing down there somewhere. And also, I hate saying things about it because it seems skeevy and stupid, but I've got like a subscribe star thing linked to down there too, and there's some weird thing going on there. I've got like 2 subscribers, and that's fine. I don't actually care if anybody subscribes to it or not. I just, anything worth doing is worth letting people give you money for, if they want to, right? But the problem is that you have to have a certain number of subscribers, I think 5 or something like that, before you can even take any money out of the stupid thing. So I'd like to, like, take the money that's been very kindly contributed by like 2 or 3 people that subscribe there and use it to buy something cool to make a video of, but I can't get it because there aren't enough subscribers to withdraw any of the money from the fucking stupid thing. So, if you want to just join for, a couple of months or something, just so I can get enough people to withdraw money from it, that would be cool. Maybe I should just make fake accounts and do it myself. I've thought about it, but I might get in trouble. Not that that's ever bothered me before, I guess. Why don't I just do that? Yeah, anyway, okay. There's stuff down there if you want to go to it or not. I don't give a shit. Alright, let's go back in time and actually do something interesting. Good evening, gentlemen. As you can see, we have the MFM disk drive reinstalled, and I have a giant stack of floppy disks behind me, just in case we were able to image the thing. However, I have not been able to access it, but everyone loves the sound of a giant MFM hard drive spinning up, so let's do this thing. Alright, so it's flashing an error code on the LED, which according to the manual, assuming I'm reading the correct manual, is error code 1001, which is a 9, which means that it cannot cover the track 0 sensor, whatever the hell that means. I suspect that it means that the head servo is stuck or something, and that probably also means that the heads are crashed, but I don't know. The controller itself prints a 1701 error and then tries to boot off of the floppy disk. However, it is booting off of the floppy, and allow me to show you something else, but let's listen to a giant MFM hard drive power down now, because that's amazing and exciting too. Alright, allow me to swap some shit here. I shall be back in a moment. Alright, now we have an XTCF installed in the single expansion slot, and the hard drive is still going to spin up. I haven't cut the power to it yet, but that all appears to work. It boots off of the CF card just fine, and even without the controller plugged in, the disk drive still flashes the same error code. But everything appears to be working. We have a 64 megabyte CF card installed in the thing, so I guess I'm just going to pull this disk drive. Maybe one of these days I'll open it up and see if I just need to break something loose and lubricate some stuff, but honestly, these things were failing in the 90s when I was screwing around with them, so it's a losing battle. It's not worth screwing with. It would have been nice to see if maybe there was some like magical special diagnostic software or something for these particular machines on this drive, but I'm not gonna fuck around with it for 2 weeks trying to get it to boot and then fail, because that's what happens when you try to start fixing MFM hard drives. So there we go. So here is the correct keyboard for the thing. I don't know what the hell I made this cable for. It's just a straight through DIN 5 cable made out of an old keyboard cable. I might have been using it for MIDI at some point or something. I don't remember. In any case, it came out of the junk box, and it seems to be doing the trick, so the correct keyboard seems to work. So I guess I'll put the 360K disk drive in and test that and button the thing up for a while. I want to do a thing with the expansion port at some point, but I want to finish some other projects before that. So anyway, this is the end of this particular cycle of fun with this machine, I suppose. So my thoughts on it are, it seems unusually slow for an XT, for a Turbo XT. No, it is in 8 megahertz mode. I ran checker on there. It's got a speed switch right here that switches it between 8 and 4.77 megahertz, but it's in 8 megahertz mode. It still seems a little slow though. It's got some jumpers for setting the weight states on the main board, which I assume means memory weight states, not I/O weight states, but I don't know. There's a guy on the internet that supposedly has technical manuals for the H148, or the Z-148 and the Z-140. He's got the Z-148 technical manual, and he's got the Z-140 service manual, which includes this thing and the 141, which I think were the same machine with different amounts of RAM in them. Anyhow, so he's sending those to me. And once I get the technical manual, hopefully we'll know what all the stupid jumpers do, because it appears to me that these are exactly the same boards that are used in the 148, so hopefully that manual will straighten us out pretty well. Anyway, as far as the usability of the machine, like the keyboard from the H158, it's not bad for an XT type keyboard, but it's still a little wonky. The control key is in the correct place, which I very, very much appreciate. It almost makes me want to make an adapter to use these on USB as a USB keyboard. But Alt is a little funny to get to. You know, when you're trying to hit Alt F, instead of having your thumb over here, you've got to crunch it around over here and be like, "Ree," and fuck around and stuff. Not a big fan of that. The backslash isn't in a very good place, but at least the enter key isn't funny, and the layout is at least more. What's the word I'm looking for? There's some ISO ANSI layout, the AT type layout. It's a little closer to that than a lot of XT boards are, so that's fine. Apparently these boards are very popular for their key switches, and that's kind of a shame, because it means that most of these Zenith machines don't have keyboards with them, because all those douchebags that tear the keyboards apart and do dumb stuff with them, you know, take them away from the computers. I mean, I don't have a problem with it if, you know, the keyboard's fucked up if you want to harvest key switches out of it, but guys, don't tear apart working keyboards that aren't like all fucked up just to be hipsters. Don't do it, guys. Just don't. The thing that I dislike the most about this machine, now don't get me wrong, I think it's pretty freaking groovy machine. I like it. Let's make that clear. But it doesn't have any way to adjust the tilt of the machine, and with the thing here at bench height, if we had the keyboard up on the desk with it, It's the angle isn't great. I'd rather have it lifted a little bit. So I guess you can stack books under it or some shit like that. But like the K-Pro 2, it's just got a little wire bail underneath of it that you fold down, and then it's up at a decent angle. And they could have done something. They could have done something similar to that with this thing, like some kind of handle that folded down, like you do with an oscilloscope, you know, to raise them up where you can see them right. But anyway, that's a minor complaint. It's fine. When we get back into this machine, I want to make an adapter board to put more expansion slots in it, so we can have an XTCF and like a sound card in it, or a network card or something. So like we can put a card in the exposed slot and then have a card or two that aren't exposed. You know what I'm saying? And I want to put a V20 in it, see if that makes it a little faster, and screw with the weight states once we get the manuals. But other than that, I think the machine's groovy. All right, I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me.